Hello, and welcome to the Season 6 premiere of Normal Gossip. I'm Kelsey McKinney, and in each episode of this podcast, we're going to bring you an anonymous morsel of gossip from the real world. We are so excited to be back, and I am so happy to be here to tell you that we have 10 hot new gossip stories for you. As always, the episodes will come out on Wednesdays at midnight Eastern time, and so this is the first of 10 episodes in Season 6. We love that. Huge news. There will also be sexy additional content this season. For those of you who like links and blogs and secrets, please give us your email. There is a link to do this in the show notes. We missed you so much during this break. And if you missed us so much and maybe almost died of gossip withdrawal, consider supporting the podcast at supportnormalgossip.com. You get a monthly bonus episode and access to all previous monthly bonus episodes. It's a gossip cornucopia. Okay, I am thrilled to have with me Ronald Young Jr. Ronald Young Jr. is an audio producer, host, and storyteller based in Alexandria, Virginia. He is the host of the critically acclaimed podcast Wait For It, which was selected by the New York Times as the best podcast for 2023. He was selected as Vulture Magazine's podcaster to watch for 2023, and he is passionate about social justice and equity. Ronald, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I'm over the moon. I'm a big fan. Big fan, longtime listener. I love that I'm here.
Okay, likewise, we're huge fans of Wait For It. I'm glad to be siblings in the Radiotopia universe. I think that's a nice dynamic for us.
Yeah. We both like and admire each other. You know what I mean? It's like we both like and admire. Like it's one thing to say I like them, but to say like I y'all are also admirable, I think is something special. But wow. I'm excited.
I'm so excited to have you here. I think that we're going to have a lot of fun. The story today is Deranged, so that's exciting.
Wait. Deranged was my nickname in middle school, actually. So this is perfect.
Do you want to start off with the classic first question and tell the listeners what your relationship to gossip is, please?
It's funny because I was raised in the church, and everybody listening who has been in a church or everyone who's been associated with religion of any kind knows that the gossip network inside of a sacred holy place is out of control, typically. So it was funny because my dad is a preacher, my mom's a missionary, so they always had the tea. And I remember like the first time I think I heard some like bona fide church gossip, I was like, did I even want to hear this? Like this is really impacting how I'm feeling about like the place where we worship and all that. Like it feels very like jarring to hear some of these stories about people, but that's my relationship. And I don't necessarily love it, but I mean, I'm addicted to it like everybody else. Like you always want new information, and a salacious bit of information is just always very exciting to hear.
Yeah, this is something that you and I actually have in common, is that we are both pastors' kids, which is a demented.
What's up, PK?
Yeah, this is a demented like choice for anyone to allow us to be together. One of my like favorite jokes to make is, what is a prayer request if not like a gossip grapevine? Because like often I feel like people are like, oh, we need to pray for Ronald because like he is really having a hard time in this very specific thing that none of you knew he was doing, right?
Yes. Okay, so there's that. But then we also had something called Praise and Testimony Service.
I don't know what this is.
Okay, so like, let me make you hip.
Please.
So in Praise and Testimony Service, it's what opens a weeknight service. So you go to church, you get there, and somebody sings a song, and then they say, does anybody have any testimonies? And somebody gets up and says, giving honor to God, my pastor, saints, and friends, I just want to tell y'all, the devil tried to stop me last week, but I'm going to tell y'all what happened. And so then they would tell the story. Like, I went to work, and my boss was trying to fire me,
man, I would
and
love
this thing
to
happened.
Do this.
And
I would love to go to this.
First of all, it's incredible. It doesn't happen as often anymore, but it's incredible. But that's when you would get these like long stories about what was going on in folks' lives. And some people would tell them in a very normal gossip, anonymized, redacted way. Other people will just tell you everything. Right. I don't care. I'll tell you everything. You know what I mean? And I remember just being, as a kid, Praise and Testimony Service was the best part of church for me as a kid, because you would get all of these nuggets of information and storytelling in one like session. But you're right. A prayer request is essentially the gossip mill. And it's also why anyone who's especially been a part of the Black church knows that sometimes you don't even tell people that you're sick or that you're dealing with anything or ask for the prayer request until the trauma or the real situation is over.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be scandalized.
Yes. You're like, I was struggling with this.
Exactly.
And I need prayer for that in the past.
Yes. Yes. I needed prayer, and I went to one person who I knew wasn't going to tell anyone, and they prayed for me, and God has a victory. See you later.
Yep. I love that. Do you want to talk at all about how or if gossip plays into your work on Wait for It?
Ooh, it's funny because I don't think gossip actually plays into Wait for It, but like it's a lot of feelings, and there is a strong anecdotal framing to Wait for It. So, for sure. We're dealing with some facts, of course, like things that are happening factually to like fat folks and the ways in which that we talk about our weight. But also there's stories. We're telling you something that happened to me. I'm telling you something that happened to a friend of mine. And we try to get, all the perspectives, of course, but because of that, I guess there's a sense of when something is anecdotal versus factual, there's always the sense of saying like, how true is this if I don't have like factual information in that? So I think there's something to be said about being able to elicit that same anecdote out of another person that then becomes an experience where we're all realizing that we're having similar experiences walking around the world. So not necessarily real tried and true gossip, but definitely stories, I'll say. Yeah.
I do want to hear a good story, and I heard that you might have brought something for me. Is that true?
Oof. I will tell you an excerpt of a story. Years and years ago, I used to do Muay Thai boxing. And so I used to do this, just to stay in shape. I used to be big into MMA. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to figure out a fight. I'm going to be out here like, I'm going to be a guy that can handle himself. And I remember I joined this gym, and it was two couples that started this gym. And without getting too much into the nitty gritty, one party from each of the couples started sleeping with each other. And it led to basically the dissolution of that Muay Thai boxing gym. And it'll never be the same. There's friendships that fractured. There's people I don't talk to anymore as a complete result of this. It was completely wild. It was wild when it happened. And I remember after the news came out, we went to work out. And I remember going in there, and one of the people who was involved in the affair was teaching.
No.
And I'm just like, man, what do you got to say right now? Are you serious? You're kind of a scumbag.
Yeah, it's like you need to make a comment. Like you bring your mic in there. You're like, hello, do you have anything to say for yourself?
It's like, hey, do you have a comment on this? Like, what first of all, what are you doing? Why are you even here?
I became a jock, ironically, a few years ago when I started going to the gym. And now it's not ironic, and I just like to go there. But one thing I like about the gym is that it is such a intimate space because everyone is like a little vulnerable.
Yes.
And also these are people you see all the time. So it's like very insane to me to decide to have an affair with someone that you co-founded a gym with, because I'm like, everyone's going to know immediately.
Yeah, the gym is such an intimate place. You're already sweating and out of breath over there. It's like, it's not hard to imagine what else could happen possibly with Chad if we left the gym and got a drink.
I love that. Thank you for bringing me this anecdote. I will treasure it in my heart forever.
I appreciate that.
Ronald, would you like to hear the story that I prepared for you?
I would like nothing more. I'm so excited. Let's do this.
So there are these people who exist in the world that I call familiar strangers. To me, a familiar stranger is like someone that you see all the time. Like you are constantly passing each other, but you don't actually know them.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, so like I have one, for example, that is this kid who lives in my neighborhood, and he's like 3 or 4, and he has a bike that doesn't have pedals, and he just runs with his feet on the ground on the bike, and he goes so fast.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's my familiar stranger, fast bike kid.
Yes. I feel like with familiar strangers, that is always typically when I used to commute to work, I would develop a lot of crushes on familiar strangers, like people that you're on the metro. I'm like, ooh, she's cute, and I see her at least once a week. This is kind of nice.
Okay, hold that thought.
Okay.
So our friend of a friend, we're going to call her Callie.
Callie. Okay.
Callie lives in a mid-sized city in the Midwest. She has lots of friends. She has this really full life, right? Like she owns a little shop. She goes to the coffee store. She goes to the bookstore. She's like living it up, right?
Yes. Romantic comedy. I love it.
Yeah. She's been living here for like 3 years. She's really integrated in the community. But 6 months ago, she got a new familiar stranger.
Okay.
And there was a problem with this familiar stranger because very quickly he evolved out of familiar stranger and into crush.
Okay.
Right? Like she sees this guy like 2-3 times and she's like, I want him. He's like a cartoon character to her, right? Like he's always wearing well-fitting, like dark wash jeans.
Okay.
And he's wearing white t-shirts always, but they're like the kind of white t-shirts that like Jeremy Allen White would wear, right? Like they're like very expensive and fit very well.
Yes. I call those the arm t-shirts where it's just
it's just arm.
They're medium on the arm. That's what they're there for.
Exactly. And he like wears aviator sunglasses. He has 2 full sleeves of tattoos.
Great.
She's looking at him every chance she gets, and she gets so many chances because they are just constantly passing.
I love it. I love it.
They have never chatted, never met, but they like make eye contact sometimes. And once at the grocery store, he smiled at her.
This is great. This is a romantic comedy. Like, I'm a big old sap. I'm a big old sap. I'm rooting for reconciliations in relationships. I'm rooting for meet cutes. I want all that stuff to happen. I want Disney to be real. Yeah. Yes. Smile at the grocery store.
The Hallmark movie channel should be a documentary series.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. So I support this.
Okay. So Callie has this huge crush. Of course, when you have a crush, what do? You talk nonstop to your best friend about it. Callie's best friend is named Misty.
Okay.
And Misty is like, Callie, you are 28 years old. Like, get it together. Make a move on this guy. Like, do something. And Callie gives the same excuse she always gives, which is like, I have to work. I don't have time for this. Because Callie is like a workhorse and she like uses work to avoid all conflict in her life.
As one does.
Yes. So instead, she's just talking about this guy all the damn time. And to the point that Misty begins to call him her invisible boyfriend. Because Misty's like, no one else has ever seen this man. So one night at drinks, Misty is like, I have had enough. Like, I've had enough of you talking about this man I've never seen. You need to, like, meet a new man.
Okay.
Or you need to make a move. Like, pick one. You need to stop obsessing over this guy.
It's a weird ultimatum, but okay.
I know. And then it gets weirder because she's like, I think you should volunteer for the blood drive with me.
Okay. Wait, what? How are those two things connected, Misty?
Right. Callie's like, why would I do this? And Misty's like, the context here that's important is that Misty met her boyfriend volunteering for the blood drive last year.
Okay, that's the meet a new man part of this ultimatum.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think Misty's like prerogative here is like, stop being in your fucking shop all the time, right?
Gotcha.
Like, go out, meet people, experience the world. If you want love, you must allow vulnerability in your life, which is hard.
Okay.
Callie is skeptical and Misty is like, it'll be fun. Like, just come to the blood drive. She's like selling Callie on the blood drive. What do you think? Do you think that Callie should go to the blood drive?
I mean, I always assume that anything unusual that I'm invited to is the turning point in my own romance story.
Oh.
So when someone's like, I had a friend recently who started inviting me. He was like, hey, why don't you come climbing with me? And he goes bouldering. So I've been going with him. Oh,
that's a great place to meet the love of your life.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. We'll like, I'll go in here. Maybe she'll be in here. It turns out I'm just climbing with my friend, which is also nice, but you never know what's going to be the turning point of your romantic life. So you got to say yes. Okay.
Callie says yes. She's like, okay, I'll do it. I'm going to take like one day off the shop each week to help with this blood drive. Like, I'm in.
Okay. What could possibly go
wrong? Misty comes to pick her up on Saturday morning. And they grab coffee, right? They're driving. They turn off this big main road and into a giant parking lot that leads to a giant building.
Okay.
And Callie is like, wait a second. Is this blood drive at a church?
Oh, no.
And Misty is like, yeah, but the church is like the sponsor of this blood drive. Like, they organize everything.
Okay.
And the way they do it is like two churches in this town are like competing against each other to get the most blood donated.
Oh, that's weird.
So Misty's like, it is weird, but it's like we're volunteering or whatever. So Misty's like, it's not just a Jesus thing. It's just organized through them.
Okay.
Like lots of people here aren't religious.
Okay.
And Kelly's like, yeah, me. I'm not religious. And Misty's like, I thought you were Methodist. And Callie's like, I'm culturally Methodist.
I've never heard anyone describe themselves as culturally Methodist before. But I get it. I know what they mean when they say that. So, yes, I get it.
Okay. They enter this church. It is a big church. It is not the kind of church Callie has ever been in because it is like a church with a merch table that has like Bibles for sale, right? It's like the room is really dark and it's like kind of like a concert venue vibe in there.
Okay. Yes.
And like, what? Why are you saying, yes, like that?
Because this is that newfangled church that is kind of like a TED Talk, and like a very like there is one worship leader with a visible tattoo on his sleeve who's like, he's been through some stuff, but he's really good singer and has a great band behind him. And yeah, like I know about this church.
Yes. This place is so big, like the auditorium is so big that even though there are like 100 people here for this blood drive training, it looks like there's no one in there.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I know this place well.
Would you like to name this big cool church?
Ooh, it's got to be a one name thing that's kind of like catchy and also, so we'll call it Germinate.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
I love that. Thank you. Okay. Callie and Misty get in there. They're sitting at like the back of this group.
Okay.
When a woman who is like clearly a nurse comes in, like, she's like wearing scrubs and shit. And she's like, we're going to get started with registration in a few. So everyone gets seated. Everyone is already seated. Like no one is milling about.
I love it.
Misty is looking at her phone. Callie's like looking around, taking it all in when all of a sudden there he is. Her familiar stranger is here.
Okay, come on.
He's walking down the aisle.
Okay.
She elbows Misty and she's like, it's him. And Misty's like, who? And Callie's like, my imaginary boyfriend. And Misty's like, oh my God. He's like smiling at the nurse. He's climbing the stairs.
Oh, I know who he is. Oh my God. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out. I just figured it out. Go ahead. Keep going.
He's standing on the stage.
Yes.
He like takes the microphone from the stand and he's like, hey y'all, my name is JD and I'm the worship pastor here at Germinate.
Did you see that I described this person? And it didn't even occur to me that you described this person and then I described this person again. Oh my God, that's incredible. Oh, I'm locked in.
Ronald, you have already given me some of your assumptions about worship pastors. Do you have any others that you would like to share at this moment in time?
Oh, I think I nailed them all. Like, I mean, when you described the shirts and you described like the tattoo sleeves, all that, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's the newfangled church leader. You know what I mean? That's the person that's in charge of that. It's like the image that you evoked is that person. So they're gonna talk like real cool. They're gonna seem real approachable in a very specific way. And for me, it always feels like a sales pitch. But when you start to make those connections, it becomes obvious like what they're doing is trying to be like cool for Christ, which I don't see it.
Right. Exactly. The white t-shirt is both working class and stylish.
Exactly.
Right? Like that's the whole thing. Okay. Yeah. So a couple more things I would like to add here is that worship pastors are like, they're not the head pastor, right? So they don't have all the responsibility. They're like the cool pastor. They play multiple instruments.
Yep.
They sing on stage.
Yep.
Callie is like, shit.
Okay.
She's like, I cannot have a crush on a worship pastor. Like, I'm barely religious.
Yeah.
Misty is like laughing so hard she's like bent in half, right? She's like, nothing could be funnier than my like semi-heathen friend having a crush on the worship pastor at Germinate, right? Like,
yeah. This is incredible. Like if I'm Misty, I'm eating this up with a spoon. I'm like, I told you to come to this blood drive and look, it's your imaginary boyfriend. I made this connection. Now you have to make the move.
Yes.
Both of my ultimatums became one ultimatum. It's a circle. It's no longer a Venn diagram. It's a circle now.
It's an Ouroboros.
Yeah, exactly. It's an Ouroboros.
So JD is on the stage, right? It's one of those places that has like the two screens that usually have lyrics on it, but right now it has like a slideshow show because he has to like take people through all of this training. Because these volunteers, like, they're not giving blood. They're like helping people sign up to give blood and like recruiting people to give blood, right? So they have to like learn some stuff. The first thing they have to do is set up an account.
Okay.
On their phones, right? And it's like, it's not that hard. It's like you log in with your Gmail account. They do it. JD's like, while you're in this like platform, there's a section to submit a Q&A. Like, if you submit your questions, I'll answer them after.
Okay.
They're like, great, whatever, they move on. He's explaining that this drive is going to run for a month, and at the end, the winner of the churches will be crowned. And he's like, it doesn't really matter. The competition is just for fun. Like, we're just trying to do some good work in the world, you know? He's like, but if we win, we get to have a pizza party.
Okay. Thanks, JD.
He's like running his hands through his hair.
Yeah.
The charisma is like radiating off of him like one of those like Byzantine halos.
Yes, I get it. Yes.
And Callie is like sweating, right? She's like, uh-oh.
Yes.
By this point, Misty even is like, okay, I gotta admit, like, I get it. Like, okay. I see it. I get what you're saying here. They get like halfway and JD's like, we're going to take a 10-minute break and then we'll do the Q&A. And Callie is like, I have to go outside. like I have to take a break.
Yeah.
So she goes outside with Misty. They're gabbing. And she's like, should I ask if he's single in the Q&A?
Ooh, that's a good strategy.
You think so?
Strategy. Yes, of course. Like when a door opens, again, big old sap. When a door opens, you always have to find a way to exploit the opening if you can, especially if you want to talk to somebody. This is the perfect way to do it. It's a controlled environment. Perfect way to do it. She 100% should do this.
The two of us are trouble because I'm always the friend that's like, oh, you think the opening band is hot? Slide into her DMs.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Find their LinkedIn. Find their LinkedIn and then make a connection.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The two of us are in sync with Misty because Misty is like, abso-fucking-lutely, you should do it. Like, you're obsessed with this guy.
Yeah.
And Callie's like, you know what? You do miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Correct.
So she types, are you single? With the like analog happy face in the Q&A and hit submit. They come back in. JD's like, okay, welcome back in. It's time to do the Q&A. He pulls up the first question, and the first question is like, how do we know if someone can't give blood?
Yeah.
So JD goes into this whole explanation of things that make someone ineligible, you know, like having certain kinds of diseases. And he's like, you know, if you have an organ transplant or if you've been somewhere with Zika, he's like, if you got a tattoo recently. And then he's like, don't worry, all of mine are from my reckless youth. And he winks. Callie hears none of this.
Yeah.
Because what she sees is that on those double screens behind JD is not only the question, but the photo from the Google account of the person who submitted it.
Oh, it's not anonymous. Oh.
So you're Callie. You've submitted "Are you single?" to what you thought was an anonymous Q&A and actually has your Google photo attached. What do you do?
I leave. I leave. I close my business. I moved to Peru. I start a new life, helping marginalized communities. I'm leaving. I'm changing my name. I can't handle that. That's too much. I can't do it.
Callie cannot leave. She's in the middle of a row. Like, there's no way she's getting out.
Oh, man.
So she's panicking. She's, like, checking the little system on her phone to see if there's, like, an undo button to, like, remove the question. When she hears the room, like, snicker. And she looks up, and there's her picture next to her message. Okay. JD puts his hands over his eyes and is like, moving on.
Okay.
But he's smiling. What do you make of this?
I mean, he's flattered by the question, obviously. There's something about when somebody, especially as a man, to be hit on feels like such an honor. And it's like, it's hard not, especially because the power dynamics are different and all of that. But like, I love an assertive woman too. So like, for her
really
to like,
are a sap.
I really am. I'm just like, listen, I'm here for the taking. But no, like if she like that, I can imagine myself being in that situation on a stage where somebody asks a question like that, and I'm just like, oh shucks, all right, come on, we got to be serious. We have a job to do. Come on, let's move on. But I'm still going to be smiling.
Exactly. This is like a great situation for JD
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Like it makes him
100%.
look cool.
Yeah.
Someone has hit on him.
Yeah.
Her picture looks kind of cute up there,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
this is good all around for JD. For Callie, it is less good
No,
because
it's the
people
worst.
are like turning around to look at her.
Yeah, they're matching it. Yes,
Yeah.
that's terrible. Yes.
So she like leans forward so that her knees are in her mouth and is like, if God is real, I will die soon. When this session ends, like no sooner has JD been like, okay, so I'll see you all out there, than she and Misty are like hightailing it out of this church.
Yes, that's the move. Yes, get out of there.
They get in their car and they're both like laughing so hard that they're crying.
Yes.
Eventually, Misty is like, are you still going to volunteer for the blood drive? If you're Callie, do you continue on this volunteer journey? Are you helping with the blood drive?
I mean, I listen, again, I'm a sucker for a meet cute. For me, this is just a story along our blossoming romance. It's embarrassing, but, you know, the blood drive is a good thing. I still want to do it. I still want to be entrenched in this community. And if this is one of the things, maybe we just end up being great friends. So, yes, I'm going to keep going.
I was going to ask you if you've ever entered into a state of delusion, but you already answered that question.
Yes.
Callie is like, I haven't offended myself enough by my behavior yet to quit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's also like, he didn't say no.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Optimism. I love it. Go,
she's
go,
like,
Callie.
if I go to these events, I'll probably run into him.
Yeah.
Bonus, I'm helping the world.
Yes.
She's like, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And she's like, maybe if I'm really, really good at it and I get a lot of people signed up, he'll have to notice me.
Yes, this is great. I love this logic. This is the logic by which I operate my life. I operated by.
You just have a permanent residence in like Delulu land.
Yes, I'll tell you what. I'm the guy, and this is like a meme. Like it's like if your crush is watching you at church, you pick up 100 chairs.
Yeah.
So they can see you moving. Like I'm that guy. So this is the her equivalent of picking up 100 chairs. So yes, I think she should 100% do this. You never know what's going to happen. You know?
Yeah, Misty is like, okay, girl, like, I love this for you. It's not working.
Yeah.
You're trying to get what you want, which I like. Great, go for it.
Yeah.
So the two of them are going to work once a week, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So 4 times total. Once a week for a month.
Cool.
Callie texts every single person she knows, like the minute she gets home from this training, and is like, do you want to give blood? Have you ever considered giving blood? She sets up like a sign-up sheet in her shop to be like, consider giving blood.
Wow. Okay.
And to her credit, she does get a ton of people to sign up to give blood because, like, it's a good thing to do. And so it's like, sure, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
First week she works. The blood drive trailer is situated outside a frat house.
Okay.
And Callie is like, this is insane. Like, she's standing outside inviting these, like, 20-year-old boys to come inside, asking them, like, have you had a drink today? She's, like, restocking the snacks. You know how they have those little, like, bags of cookies?
Yep.
She's, like, putting the little bags of cookies out, but, like, frat boys eat so many cookies that she's, like, putting out cookies all day. She's, like, exhausted.
Yeah.
She's filling up water. She's sweaty. About an hour before her shift ends, the door to the trailer opens, and in she walks. This girl is so beautiful. Like, her hair looks like it was curled by Jesus and, like, styled by his mom, right? Like,
man.
golden blonde.
Okay.
Like, Callie would ask her, like, where do you get your hair done? But she looks like the kind of woman who would be like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's my natural hair color. This woman is wearing a mechanic jumpsuit.
Okay.
But, like, still somehow looks feminine. And Callie's like, I want to be her.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to be this woman. And also, when this woman walks in, every single nurse in the, like, blood drive trailer is so excited to see her.
Okay.
Like, they're like, oh my God, hi, girl. Hey, so good to see you. They're all, like, captivated by this woman, right? Like, she is the light and they are all moths.
Okay. Okay.
How do you find out who this woman is?
Ask one of the nurses, or like if Misty's there, Misty probably knows. Misty's tapped in, but
Misty
ask one
is
of the
not
nurses.
here today.
Oh, she's not. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're doing it individually. Ask one of the nurses. Yeah.
Yeah. Callie leans over. She's like, who is that? And the nurse is like, oh, that's Amy. While she says this, Amy is like unloading baked goods from her bag and like putting them on the table. Callie's like, how does everybody know her? And the nurse is like, oh, she's a doll. She's here all the time. And Callie's like, oh, is she like a volunteer? And the nurse is like, no. everybody knows her because she has O negative blood type, which is apparently the universal donor.
Yeah.
So every 8 weeks on the dot, Amy comes in and gives blood because her blood is so special and the city is not that big. Everyone knows her.
Okay.
Callie is like remembering from JD's presentation that only 7% of the American population has O negative blood. So she's like, wow, so everybody knows this girl because she has O negative blood? And the nurse is like, well, she's also CMV negative. And Callie's like, I'm sorry, what? And the nurse is like, CMV is the virus that causes mono and herpes and chickenpox. So this girl has never had those things. So her blood is negative for CMV and O negative.
Wow.
The Red Cross, I shit you not, literally calls O negative, CMV negative people heroes for babies.
I don't think I like that. Okay.
Because their blood is like really safe for immune deficient newborns.
Okay, that's fine. Could they come up with a different name
than heroes for babies?
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
about it like both on the nose and a little bit like
upsetting.
Awkward. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Unsettling.
Callie's like, so this girl has the only blood safer than the blood of Christ.
Okay.
And the nurse is like, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Callie's looking at her and she's like, this girl has skin as perfect as her hair. Like, she looks like a rich girl's doll.
Yeah.
Callie's like, so she's basically an angel? The nurse is no longer listening to her. She's talking to Amy. The nurse is like, you're not supposed to be here yet. It's only been 5 weeks. And Amy is like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm coming in 3 weeks. I'm just here to drop off these, like, vegan sweet potato brownies for the workers.
Wow. That she made? She made them?
That she made.
Oh, of course.
She's like, I know they're your favorite. And the nurse is like, they are my favorite. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you in 3 weeks. And then just as she whooshed in, this woman whooshes out. And Callie is like, oh my God, I cannot believe I met a blood celebrity. And the nurse is like, Callie, don't call her that.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
What do you do with this information? You've met a beautiful blood celebrity. What now?
I mean, for me, I'm just like, I try not to get swept away in like F-class celebrities. And in my F-class, I'd be like situational celebrities. I.e., we're at an arcade and he has the highest score on Pac-Man type things. But when he leaves here, he's still just like, you know, a guy.
Brian,
you know
who's an accountant.
So,
yeah,
exactly. An accountant. Yeah. So it's like, and shout out to accountants. Y'all do the Lord's work. But like still, like it's just the idea of like in the arcade, you are a celebrity. But if we leave the arcade, you're just a guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't get swept up in that. So I don't think I do anything with this.
Oh, Callie is swept away. Yeah. She texts Misty and she's like, Misty, guess what? I met a blood celebrity. And Misty is like, oh my God, I've heard about this girl. Like, I heard about her last year. Misty's like, I have to meet her. And Callie is like, oh my God, you have to meet her. Like, she could literally be our new best friend. Have any strategies to meet the blood celebrity?
I mean, easily, if you know that that's the 5th week. And if I'm not mistaken, that's also her first week volunteering. Mm-hmm. So in 3 weeks, she should be back. So they just both need to be there in 3 weeks. So they'll meet her then.
Yeah. Callie is like, when is the blood celebrity coming back in?
Yeah.
And the nurse is like, Amy is coming back in 3 weeks. And Callie's like, I want to sign up to work then. Like, I want to do my volunteering on that day instead. And the nurse is like, I'm so sorry, you can't. Like, we're full and we need you for the other day.
Yeah.
And Callie's like, well, could I give blood that day?
Oh, no.
And the nurse is like, yeah, you could totally give blood that day. Like, you can always give blood. And she's like, great. Me and my friend Misty will give blood that day. Then she texts Misty and she's like, I have traded 1 pint of our blood each to meet the blood celebrity. And Misty is like, great.
What is up with these two? Wow. This is very Laverne and Shirley.
Yes. So they're like, great. On the last week of the blood drive, we will meet the blood celebrity. We will bond with her. She will be our friend.
I'm starting to retract my whole go for it. It's almost, there has to be a level of saying like we've gone too far at some point. Like maybe we don't, maybe there has to be some sort of limit, or saying, all right, let's relax. Let's just be done with this blood drive. Maybe we meet JD, but now you've added another person in there that you're trying to meet. And so if I'm them, I'd be like, hey man, pump your brakes. Like you guys are actually giving blood just to meet a person. That's not, and it's not like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You know what I mean? We're talking about just like, Amy.
Just Amy.
Yeah. Like, what are we talking about here?
The next week of the drive, Misty and Callie are working together. This time the blood trailer is at a Little League park.
Okay.
Callie, she's on her A game. She goes to the concession stand and she's like, could you give people a discount if they give blood? And the concession stand guy is like, yeah. So she's like getting people to give blood left and right because they're like, oh, I get a free hot dog or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing big happens this week, but while they're there, they get an email from JD that's like, our team is ahead in the blood drive.
Of course they are.
When they're done, Callie's like, oh, I'm going to go to this little restaurant and get takeout on my way home. Right? Normal.
Okay.
She walks in and JD is there looking at his phone.
Okay.
Waiting for his takeout order.
Okay.
She's like immediately like, I feel nauseous.
Yeah. But this is your move. This is your time.
Do you say hello to this man?
Yeah, this is your time. Like, if we're back to the main thread, this is your time, Callie. Like, he's right there. Do it. Like, oh, fancy meeting you here. Like, what's going on? I'm one of your blood celebrities. I'm sorry, I'm one of your blood minions. Blood minions, whatever. This could get ugly.
Callie is like, no, I am sweaty. This is not how I want to talk to him. She turns right around and walks out.
Okay.
She doesn't interact with him this time, but the next week she has to.
Okay.
Because this week, the blood trailer is parked at one of those dog parks that also has a bar.
Okay.
And the sun is setting, and it's, idyllic.
Yes.
She's out there with her clipboard, getting people to sign up. She's been doing a great job of, intercepting people before they get to the bar and being like, just give blood first, and, holding their dog while they're inside the trailer, right? She's doing a great job. When JD shows up with a giant golden retriever.
Okay.
They make eye contact, and as he passes, he's like, hey, good to see you. Thanks for volunteering.
Ooh, that's direct contact.
And she says, thank you.
Okay.
He's so charismatic that everyone in the dog park is paying more attention to him than their own dogs.
Okay.
His dog is every dog's friend.
Yes.
Callie is like, I can't believe this. He's here. He's so close to me. Once he's done, exercising his dog, I'm sure we can talk. She's like, I have to text Misty.
Okay.
So when he gets a little closer, she pulls out her phone. And she, stealthily snaps a photo of him to send to Misty. But when she does this, her flash goes off.
Oh, no.
He looks up at her, obviously. What do you do here?
I mean, what can you do? I'm just imagining, it's like when iPhone had that stupid picture taking sound on it. And it was it was so unnecessary. It's it's only, what is this even for? It is to emulate a camera. It's only to get you caught. So the idea of the flash being on there, it's this is only to get, turn your flash off. You only need your flash on when you need your flash. Otherwise, you never need your flash. And at that point, you just turn it on and then you turn it right back off.
And now you've been betrayed by this auto flash.
Yes. Oh my God. No. What do? I don't know. I just, again, you leave, you go to Peru, you start your new life there.
Callie is like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to take a picture for my friend.
Yeah.
And JD's like, for your friend? And Callie's like, yes. And then JD just stares at her. And Callie loses it, right? She cannot handle the discomfort of this. She immediately begins word vomiting. And she's like, no. It's we haunt all the same places. I see you at the coffee shop and the dog park and at my little store. So it feels like we know each other, even though we've never met. And I'm the one that submitted the question to ask about if you're single. And I'm so sorry if that was weird, but our paths are just crossing so often. It feels kind of predestined. So I thought, why not? Why not try?
No. Don't do that. No. I feel so uncomfortable right now. And I know I'm the one that's been pushing Callie to go for it. Shoot your shot. Live your dreams. Be delusional. Now I'm no. Do the opposite. Just say you were taking a picture of the dog. I thought your dog was unique. But if you do all that, now you have to be responsible for the words you just said. This is a terrible idea.
JD is still looking right at her. His eyes are green because of course they are. And he's like, sorry, what's your name? And she's like, oh, it's Callie. And he's like, it's nice to meet you, Callie. And then Callie says, thank you. And then he leaves.
And he heard everything else she just said? And he just leaves.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Why, oh, no? You're losing hope by the minute.
It's gone. Like, because my thing is like, if this is, again, if we look at this like a romantic comedy, this is the portion of it where you've run into each other, you've gotten tangled up in each other's dog leashes. And if he's supposed to be the one, the gracious one that's like, oh, haha, fancy meeting you here. Hey, do you want to get a drink at the bar since you're here? Like, your shift's almost over, right? Like, that's what's supposed to happen. But what actually happened was he was like, nice to meet you. You're weird. I'm out of here. That's what just happened. Yes. This is over, Callie.
Callie texts Misty and is like, I'm gonna die. You have to meet me for drinks. And Misty's like, okay. So after her shift ends, they go to get drinks. And Callie's like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I feel insane. I've maybe screwed this up forever. And Misty is like, listen, I've been really supportive of you. But I think at this point, you need to find a way to not be horny for this man.
Correct. Yes.
Do you have any ideas?
I mean, it's hard. Like, sometimes you lose, you know what I mean? Like, I've been in a situation where I've been like, I thought I had a shot. It turns out I do not have a shot. So now I'm just like, I crack jokes, I say hello, and I tamp that down. You know what I mean? Like you cap that oil spill. You know what I mean? You get that out of there. Like you gotta just like shove it down and let the ulcers sprout. You know, that's what happens at that point. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing you can do.
Misty is like, I wish I could like advise you to get guidance, like some kind of like spiritual enlightenment, but I can't. And Callie's like, yeah, of course you can't. He's a worship pastor. Yeah. And Misty's like, yeah, you're worshiping the hell out of him.
Yeah.
They drink beer after beer after beer, right?
Oh,
like
no.
They are going hard because it's like, this is bad. Her crush is maybe like ruined.
Yeah.
Callie jokingly is like, 3 beers deep. And she's like, you know what might help us?
Oh, no.
The blood celebrity. She seems like she has it all together. What do you think about this?
I again, like now you're taking your mistake and you're attempting to save it by involving another. This is being in a casino and being down $1 million and then going to
let
the
it
house
ride,
and
baby.
say, yes, just let it ride. Let's see. I'm like, the best you could do is break even. Like, you're not going to make more money this way.
Misty and Callie decide that this is the best idea they've ever had because they're like, either way, we win. Because in one scenario, we get the blood celebrity to help you with whatever secret powers of charisma she has, and then you get to date this guy you have a crush on. In the second scenario, we still have something to talk to the blood celebrity about, and then perhaps we can befriend her.
This is a terrible idea. Do not do this. The romantic comedy is over. The credits have rolled. This is now a horror film. Like, come on. This isn't even just a horror film. This is the opening scene of a horror film. Like, This is only going to get worse for the next 2 hours plus.
Misty and Callie both wear jumpsuits to give blood.
What?
They want to impress the blood celebrity.
Oh, no. Okay. Now you're dressing like her? You haven't even met her.
They arrive to the blood trailer after the blood celebrity. She is already seated. They have set up like an iPad in front of her so that she can watch TV, and she's watching some show with like a president on it, right? Like there's a White House. She is not wearing a jumpsuit today.
Good.
Callie sits down next to the blood celebrity, and Misty sits on her other side, right? So it's like Misty, Callie, blood celebrity. Callie is like, oh, is that House of Cards? And the blood celebrity is like, no, it's the West Wing.
Okay.
Callie is like, I just cannot stop digging myself into a hole. Like, people are handing me shovels and I'm just digging away.
Nobody's handing her a shovel. Let's be clear. She has an excavator, and she is trained in heavy machinery, and she is down to depths.
Yes. She's like about to apologize when she hears Misty go, oh my God. And Callie's like, what? And Misty points out the window, and there out the window is JD.
Okay.
And Callie is like, okay, this is my opportunity, right? She's like, oh my God, my imaginary boyfriend is here.
She said that out loud?
Yes.
Oh, no.
This is enough to get the blood celebrity's, like, attention, right? So she, like, adjusts in her seat. And Callie's like, perfect. She hams it up a little. She's like, I just have made a fool of myself in front of this guy. Like, I don't know what to do. The blood celebrity takes out an earbud. Callie's like, none of my friends have good advice for me here. Like, I don't know what to do. She's like, how do you even flirt with a man who's that hot? Like, I don't know. The blood celebrity ducks her head around the iPad to look out the window.
Yeah.
And then she does a light little cough. And she goes, are you talking about my fiance?
Oh, of course. Of course. Are you kidding me? The nurse couldn't say that? Like, come on. Like, Callie. Oh. Okay, of course. Okay.
Callie is sweating out of every pore of her body.
She's
like, well, ma'am, congratulations.
Yeah.
But yet again, her word vomit is coming.
No, Callie,
she's like, that's so great for you. Like, of course he's with you. You're the blood celebrity.
Oh.
And the blood celebrity is like, what?
Wait, Kelsey, even you're calling her the blood celebrity.
And Callie is like, don't worry, I'm like not gonna hit on your fiance. Like, my friend won't let me talk to him because, and then she realizes like she can't say any of the things that she would say there, right? Like, she can't say like, I asked him if he was single, I hit on him, like, I don't want to date a pastor, because all of those things are like rude.
Yeah.
So she says, don't worry, my friend won't let me talk to your fiance because she thinks he looks mean.
That was better. That was way better, Callie. Of all the things that you shouldn't say, that was the thing you should say to his fiance.
Misty
that was the thing.
Begins laughing uncontrollably.
Okay.
Callie is like, shit. She keeps talking.
Yeah.
She says, in a desperate attempt to like fix this.
You can't.
But I don't think he looks mean. I think he looks like my brother.
What? It's like one of those choose your own adventure books where as a kid you're just like, I'm gonna choose the worst decision I can just to see all the other decisions in the book.
Yeah.
And like there's logical decisions to make when you read a choose your own adventure. And she's obviously like, nah, I'm gonna go into the pit and see what happens. Nah, I'm gonna grab the snake and see what happens. Like, what? No, don't do that. Do the opposite.
What a just like massive fumble, right? Like,
yeah. Like what? Like, okay.
Everyone in the trailer is now looking at her because they're like, you think that a guy that's too hot to talk to looks like your brother?
Yeah.
And
Yuck.
Misty is just like, oh my God, Callie.
Yeah.
Misty's like, you need to be quiet. And Callie's like, I know. The blood celebrity is having a great time. She's laughing quietly to herself. She's like, I'm so glad he didn't hear any of this. I don't need him to get a big head.
Oh, I like her. I like Amy. She's good. I like her.
And Callie's like, of course she's magnanimous. Like, of course.
Yeah.
She's the kind of person that like makes you consider converting, right? She's like, this woman is so good.
Yeah. Oh, these are the Christians? Oh, yeah. Okay. I get it.
Ronald, how are you feeling? Let's check in for a second.
I mean, I'm concerned about Callie. Mm-hmm. I'm glad Amy is gracious. At some point, I thought Misty would be the villain. And I'm just very glad that Misty, like, at some point was like not the one driving the decision choices. And I'm realizing that Callie was kind of her worst enemy throughout this whole story. So yeah, I'm wondering how does Callie wrap this up?
The blood celebrity finishes giving her blood first. And she's like, it was so nice to meet you girls. And Misty's like, it was so nice to meet you too. And Callie just sits there quietly because she's like, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah, no, there's nothing else for you to say, Callie.
The minute the door closes, the two of them are like hysterically laughing again.
Yes.
And Callie's like, do you think I'm being punished for not being a Christian? And Misty's like, no, I think you're being punished for being a dumbass.
Yeah.
And Callie's like, you know what the worst part is? I still think he's hot.
Is that the worst part? Like, I mean, sure, Callie, that's the worst part. Callie, how are you running a business, Callie?
Yes. This would all like maybe be manageable and you could just like sweep it away and forget about it if it weren't for the fact that this man is her familiar stranger. So she keeps running into him, right? Like she goes to a different coffee shop. He's there.
Yeah.
The universe keeps like placing him right in her path.
Yeah.
We are very close to the end. And now I have a big question for you.
No.
The church does win the blood drive battle. Germinate wins.
Yeah.
They are going to have the pizza party. Do you go?
I mean, it's a lost cause, Callie. Like, who's providing the pizza? Is this Domino's?
Probably,
like,
yeah.
Then no, I'm not going. Like, I'd go for like delicious pizza that I cannot get on my own. Mm-hmm. But like, other than that, it's like, what am I socializing with y'all? No, I'm good. Like I did my good deed. Let's move along. Misty, let's go get a drink. Mm-hmm. Let's go have dinner. But no, we don't need to go to this pizza party. But of course she went. One
wrinkle for you. Callie was, in fact, the best at the blood drive. And so she is being awarded a little trophy.
Just mail it to me. Mail it to me in Peru. This isn't a real ceremony. This isn't a real accomplishment.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing?
Callie and Misty go. They can't not go.
Of course they go.
Dinguses.
Yeah.
The pizza party is at the church. It is like not horny at all, right? Like very bright lights, bulletin boards all over the place, tons of pizzas. Everyone's eating them. It is kind of a nice time, right? Like they're drinking soda, whatever. When JD hops up on the stage and is like, Callie, can you join me up here? Ugh. Callie's like, I think I'm going to faint.
Yeah.
She goes up to the front and she's standing on the stage with him and he like awards her trophy.
Okay.
She hears nothing. She's like, fugue state, absolutely gone.
Of course.
Then everyone is clapping for her. And she like descends the small stage and she's standing next to Misty at the front. And JD's still up there. And he's like, thank you all so much for coming out to celebrate with us tonight. He's like, for our friends that aren't part of the church, you absolutely do not have to stay for this next part, but I hope you will.
What? Okay.
He's like, I'm just going to lead us in a couple of songs and a prayer.
Okay, that's fine.
To thank you and to thank God for like giving us all of this.
Okay.
Do you stay for this?
I mean, the band is assembling. I'm already there. Like,
you're
honestly,
at the front.
Yeah, like Callie, whatever. Just stay. Who cares? Like, you're already there. I told you not to go, but you went. So stay.
Callie is like, I want to leave. And Misty's like, no. Like, we are at the front of this room. It makes way too big of a statement to leave. Like, suck it up. And Callie's like, I don't want to see him pray. And Misty's like, I think it would be good for you, actually, to see him pray. She's like, this man is not your imaginary boyfriend. He is a real man that exists and is going to do things that you don't like.
Yes.
And so they stay, and the songs are lovely, and the prayer is good. But they're watching him stand up there playing the 4 power chords, you know?
Yes, of
and
course.
He has one hand lifted in the air. Can you explain and describe the hand in the air culture?
Yeah, it's okay. So I can tell you exactly what's happening.
Please.
So he has the hand up, and it's almost like if you would be looking at me, it'd be like my palm would be facing you, and it would be facing out, and it's outstretched like a 5, but it's up higher, and it's like you're it's almost tilted a little bit towards the sky because like it's a worship stance in that case. And then he has the other one while he's playing the 1-5-6-4.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like you're palming a basketball for Christ, right?
Correct.
Like that's like the vibe.
Yes. I've never heard it described like that. But yes.
Finally, after all of this time, Callie hears that his singing voice is 1 octave higher than she imagined. And she sees the hand in the air, and it finally gives her the ick.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
And she's like, oh my God, I'm free.
Yeah.
I'm free at last. We are at the end. How do you feel? What have you learned? Whose side are you on?
I mean, I feel like I'm on Misty's side, and I'm a little on Amy's side.
Okay.
But I feel like Callie was her own worst enemy. At some point, she took a villain turn against herself. And just kept just doubling down on the worst decisions ever. Yeah, I mean, and I want to be clear, I'm not on JD's side. He could have nipped this in the bud by saying something about his fiance the minute he got the question, are you single? He could have done the little, haha, I have a fiance. No, I'm not single. And this story ends a lot soon. Oh my God, JD's the villain. JD could have ended this a while ago. Oh yeah, I'm on Callie's side. I'm on Misty's side, but I'm on Callie's side. I talked through it. I'm good now. Yes.
Do you think there are any lessons to be learned from this story?
I think you have to stop at some point, there's a go. There's a hey, I'm going to try this. Hey, I'm going to go to the blood drive. Hey, I'm going to shoot my shot.
Yeah.
But sometimes you miss, or sometimes even if it looks like it was a good form, I'm going to try to shoot again. I don't know, maybe you try one more time and then you end it.
But you can't roll out one of those racks of basketballs and just keep shooting.
This is not a 3-point. This is not a 3-point shooting competition. She was getting the money ball in there, and it was like, no, you've missed five shots. We're done here.
You ain't Caitlin Clark, girl.
No, you're
pack
done.
It up. I do have one tiny final update for you.
Yes, let's go.
Which is that she sees him all the time, everywhere.
Yes.
And he is so nice to her. They are both so nice to her.
Yeah.
Amy is like an absolute delight every time they interact.
Yeah.
And they always invite her to church. And she's always like, no, I can't go to church with you. But the girls are starting to befriend Amy. And that is the one nice shining light out of this.
Okay. That's, you know what? This is a romantic comedy. I just didn't know I didn't know what's about. Exactly. I didn't know where the romance was happening. And it ends up being platonic, but I like that.
There's romance in friendships.
Yeah. No, I like that. Okay. Yeah. I like this. This is good.
Yeah.
I support this.
Ronald, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a delight to have you.
Wow. Thanks for having me. This has been great.
Anytime.
Yeah. Wow.
This podcast is produced by Alex Sujong Laughlin and Ozzy Linus Goodman. Justin Ellis is Defector's projects editor. Jasper Wang and Sean Kuhn are Defector's business guys. Tom Lay is our editor-in-chief. Jay Tolviera is our associate producer. Abigail Siegel is our intern. Dan McQuaid runs our merch store, which you can find at normalgossip.store. Tara Jacoby designed our show art. Thank you to Jasper Wang, Catherine Shu, Patrick Redford, Israel Daramola, Ray Ratto, Chris Thompson, David Roth, Dave McKenna, and Luis Paez-Pumar for your help on this season. And thanks to the rest of the Defector staff. Defector Media is a collectively owned subscriber-based media company, and Normal Gossip is a proud member of Radiotopia. I'm Kelsey McKinney, and please remember, you did not hear this from me.
Radiotopia.